How's it hanging, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com. And UT Mobile users, you've got the HTC Sensation 4G, but for those Eurodogs, those people that are watching from other countries, you have something pretty cool as well. Here is you can't really tell because it's a white box, but here is the HTC Sensation XE. It's very similar to the Sensation 4G on T-Mobile, but it packs some improved features like a dual-core 1.5 gigahertz Snapdragon processor. It has Beats by Dr. Dre built in, and it has this kind of cool graphite red color scheme to it as well. Let's take a look at it in the unboxing, but first, gotta give some love to my boys at Best Buy Mobile for hooking us up with a lot of phones kind of like this, like the Sensation 4G, for example, for use in our One Paw Bandit game. When you go into Best Buy Mobile, you'll walk out working. They'll help you set up your email, your web, and more, so when you walk out that door, you're set, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about doing all that stuff because it's already been done for you at Best Buy Mobile. But enough of that, let's get into it and take a look at the HTC Sensation XE. Is this a cool phone? Is this the best phone that Europeans can get? Or should you go with something else? We'll find out in the unboxing, which starts right now. You know what? I can honestly say I've been waiting to get my hands on this one for some time. Here it is in this little nondescript white box, the HTC Sensation XE. Now, this is a device that's available in Europe and other parts of the world, but is not available in the US. And special thanks to HTC. Got to give them some love because they really did a good job of hooking us up with one of these devices for a review. So thank you, HTC. Very, very nice of you. But it's important to note, you can get this device in the US, or a device very similar. The Sensation 4G is available on T-Mobile, and it packs some very similar features to this one. But let's go over the HTC Sensation XE. Here it is in its little package, bubble wrap glory. And then in some more packaging, which you can see there. Woo! HTC Beats Audio there in the back. Pretty excited about this one. And let's see what comes in the box, actually, before we talk about specs. Down here you get some Beats headphones. It looks like Beats by Dr. Dre. Monster little package or a little pouch to put your earbuds in. And then you have some additional tips for the earbuds as well. It still comes in the carbon fiber, or in the cornstarch here. It looks like more of a carbon fiber color as opposed to the typical white cornstarch bags. Typical HTC module there. And then you get some stuff down here. Well, it's a USB cable in the cornstarch bag, which is eco-friendly. Typical HTC stuff, but the real benefit here this time around are the Beats by Dr. Dre earbuds that come in the box. And there's a pouch that I just dropped on the floor that I'm not going to pick up. I've been clumsy today. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep. Here's some Beats earbuds. It'd be interesting to put these suckers to the test as well, because supposedly these are some awesome earbuds. Not quite, as high as the high end, Dre earbuds, but still pretty neat here. For more information, check out monsterheadphones.com. Thanks for your purchase. Make sure to try all the different ear tips that come in the box. Make sure you find one that's right for you. But still, a nice quality piece, or quality earbuds with an inline microphone and the ability to take the call, to fast forward, and to play and pause out of the box. Now, here's the device itself, and it looks very similar to the Sensation 4G, which is on T-Mobile, but this one has a dual-core 1.5 gigahertz processor, Snapdragon S3 processor, a 4.3-inch QHD display. Let's go ahead and get this thing out from behind the battery so we can power it on. And it has a little bit of a bigger battery as well, 1,730 milliamp hours, and then it comes with an 8 gigabyte micro SD card and a SIM card slot. Let's go ahead and put in my T-Mobile SIM that I have here. This came out of a BlackBerry, so I have no idea if it's actually going to work or not, but we'll certainly try, and we'll put it in there. And like the Sensation 4G, the whole back comes off, but it's got this nice kind of black and red and dark metal color scheme as opposed to the silver color scheme of the Sensation 4G. Of course, the big play here, Beats Audio, Beats by Dr. Dre, built into this device. And you can see, again, the red accents on the back. Beautiful, kind of darker metal. Looks really nice. And you can see when I power it on, hopefully, battery's charged. Yeah, it is. And then you can see there, hopefully a little bit, may be hard to see on the camera, but the buttons light up red. So it's a super nice device. I like the color scheme a lot. I like the fact that it's an improved processor, and it still is running Android 2.3 with HTC Sense 3.0. So it's powering on now, and you can see the Beats logo there. And let's see what happens. Front-facing camera as well. Then on the left side, you get your volume rocker. You get your micro USB charging port there. 3.5mm headphone jack on the top. Power button. So again, functionally looks almost identical to the Sensation. Slap on some red. Slap on some darker colors to the metal. And other than that, it's pretty similar. So T-Mobile here, military time too. 1700 hours. And let's see if it loads up. And wait for it to pop up here so we can get into it. But still a good looking device. And kind of a curvy display, if you will, kind of like the Sensation 4G. Let's skip all this. Let's do, yeah, mobile network next. Okay, so it is getting a connection. That's good. Next. Next. Disabling, yeah, disable. Actually, let's enable that. Next. 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 And let's get this sucker. Now, it'll be interesting to see because remember when I unboxed the HTC Sensation 4G, I was like, that dual-core 1.2 gigahertz processor in the Sensation, it seemed just a little bit slow for HTC Sense 3.0. I felt some lags, a little bit of lag here and there, and some stuttering. So it'll be interesting to see if this 1.5 gigahertz processor really improves the overall performance of the device itself and makes it fast enough where that's not noticeable on a day-to-day basis. But still, HTC Sense 3.0 with a typical 7 home screens, typical personalization options down here at the bottom where you can change the skin, the wallpaper, the lock screen, and then we can go ahead and see what comes out of the box. Now this isn't a carrier branded device, so you're not going to see any carrier installed applications. What you are going to see is HTC Hub and HTC Like. So you get access to htcsense.com where you can add wallpapers or download wallpapers, download additional content for your device to really personalize it and make it all about you. Polaris Office as well, SoundHound, and then you get Wi-Fi hotspot, and then down here you can scroll through and see frequent and downloaded apps, and then up top here's what the notifications bar looks like with quick settings to get over to Wi-Fi, to the Wi-Fi hotspot, to mobile network, and then I can come over here to HTC's built-in task manager and kill my apps if I so desire. So that's nice because it comes out of the box. You don't have to worry about using a third-party one like Advanced Task Killer or any other task manager that is available on the Android market. Now let's take a look here again. 4.3-inch display, no real change from the Sensation in terms of typing and things like that because it is the same size display. But I just want to do the quick brown fox. Jumped over the large bank building. I just happened to look outside while I was typing that, and there's a bank building right across from mine. So Quick Brown Fox jumped over the large bank building, and again, you can notice transitions are nice and fast. Seems to be pretty snappy, and then it has HTC's Trace as well, so I can say hey, and it may not be turned on, but let's not. It looks like it's turned off. We can go into let's go into settings here. Actually, let's go into the keyboard and turn on HTC Trace. And I'll show you exactly what it does. It's kind of like a replacement to Swipe. And we'll go in here to Language and Keyboard, go to Touch Input, and let's turn on the Trace. And then once it's turned on, I can go back in here to Messages, do another one, and I can say, hey there, how are you doing? Which is terrible. Harry there, how I tire you don't. Which clearly I need some work when it comes to HTC Trace. But still nice to have that option. Even though Swipe isn't pre-installed, HTC has their own solution there on the market. So I'm looking forward to testing out the Beats headphones, looking forward to testing this device out, really seeing the Beats integration across the device. So keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for continuing coverage of the HTC Sensation XE. Much more coverage to come in the coming days. It's a lot of comings. Much more coming in the coming days, so be sure to come back to PhoneDog.com and come over to the page. I want to see how many times I could say it in one sentence. Be sure to like us on Facebook also, facebook.com/PhoneDog. We're always awesome. We post a lot of cool content that you can respond to, and we give away stuff from time to time as well. Like us, facebook.com/PhoneDog. Follow me on Twitter, PhoneDog_Aaron. Ask me any questions you have about the Sensation XE, how it compares to the Sensation 4G on T-Mobile, and be sure to follow my personal Facebook page or like it at facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. Thanks so much for watching. Keep it locked on the site for continuing coverage of this Beats-powered, dual-core toting little wonder machine. We'll see you next time.